Hi, Edie the Salsa Freak here. You've obviously shown an interest in wanting to become part of the Black Belt program of instructors, and so I wanted to create this really brief video for you to explain in a nutshell what the Black Belt program is, okay? The Black Belt program is a franchise, and you pay for your training up front, and then there's a monthly fee for the free advertising and the website and all the support that you get, okay? Let me simplify what appears to be a complex process, because it really isn't once you understand it. First of all, there's basically 4 sites that I want you to study and review. The first one is the blackbeltsalsa.com website. The second one is the blackbeltsystem.com. The third is blackbeltdance.com. And the fourth is the Dance Business Management, the Academy, okay? So like the movie Star Trek, and I don't know whether you guys are Trek fans or not, but I am. Like the movie Star Trek, we have the Academy, okay, which is where you learn how to run a school, how to promote, how to advertise, how to manage, how to not be broke trying to get your school off the ground. And that is about 28 hours. We're currently working on making that program online to where you could just listen to it at your leisure, okay? And so that's dancebusinessmanagement.com. This is a really great course. It saved a lot of people's heartache and headaches, saved thousands of dollars and hours for them. And as you can see on every one of these, there's always a testimonial on the right to show you some of what people are saying, etc. In the Dance Business Management section, in order to get your black belt or black red belt, you have to take Dance Business Management training. I am also preparing to send a few black red belts all over the world to start training people. You will be chosen based on your dedication to the system, based on how well you know the system, based on how much I trust you, to go out and train people with their schools and get them up and running. So you have to be a black red belt to be able to do that. Right now we have just red belts, and I'm working on getting the black red belt up. But you have to have your dance business management behind you in order for me to trust to send you all over the world to start opening up schools, okay? I recommend that you go through every single one of these menu items right here and truly understand what the Dance Business Management Academy is, so that you'll have a good grounding of that, okay? The next thing that I want you to take a look at is actually what our mission is. Our mission is not only to cover salsa on 1 and on 2, but we're currently working the bachata curriculum, the kizomba curriculum. It's right here. All of these, the ballroom, and you can, when you go to blackbeltdance.com, you will actually see how we have the entire system set up. And what this is the students learn white through blue belt, and then on weekends they will get their brown, red, higher belts. And each one of those belts represents something. For example, all your right and left turns is white, your progressives are orange, your open breaks. And usually in any dance, whether it be salsa or rumba, foxtrot, samba de gaffietta, whatever, that you're all doing the same thing. You're all turning right and you're turning left, whether that's in place or progressively, or moving to the rhythm like in blues, or adding different dance styles. And we're currently looking for people who are interested in becoming black belt senseis for particular genres. For example, tango, kizomba, casino de rueda, country, line dancing, folklorico, all of that, okay? And so you will be staking your claim if you are an expert in those areas and you want to work with us to develop those dances. Black Belt Salsa has been in development for about 20 years now. I took an entire year off of traveling and of dancing to actually create this program, because I had to stop teaching and stop doing my life for a year actually, and to develop this program, and it's really exciting. I used a few private lesson students during the day to actually work through the glitches, this, that, and the other, and then after after about a year, I decided, you know what, I'm going to start my own school against my will. I didn't want to, but I did it. To see exactly how a school would operate, and it turned out pretty good. You know, we're probably one of the largest schools now in, gosh, I would say at least the Midwest, and it's growing. And I have 13 instructors that work with me. They are all apprentices, so they pay me every month to learn how to teach. And we are looking on opening up the other black belt schools here in Colorado. We have we're now in 10 countries as of this video, so it's really exciting. And we're being asked to go train people in other countries. And my biggest problem right now is I don't have anybody to go train them, so they're having to fly here to Colorado World Headquarters. But eventually, over time, I'd like to get enough instructors with experience under their belt to go off to these other countries and train. When you go through and you see this dance, the Black Belt Dance website, you're going to see our objective. And this is basically our online vision board of where we would like to see Black Belt move to, all these different dances, okay? So that's the Black Belt Dance website. And what I'd like for you to do is also look under these menus right here and study what you're getting yourself into, because it's a phenomenal system. You will be getting your own website as well. Like, for example, here is my Black Belt website, and here people will be able to see, wow, you know, here's all the support that you can get. These are all the people currently in the program with their belts. And you could see, you know, some people have a blue belt, some people have, you know, let's see if there's an Art. I think he has his red belt. Yeah. And then Pete and Carmen. Pete has his musicality belt. And then here's a video, you know, that we put on there about you. But most important is for you to take a look at what's under each one of these menus. We have almost 1,000 pages of manuals, at least 100 pages at every belt of what you're going to be learning. And the manuals are all available under the training website, both online for viewing in video format, as well as in PowerPoint presentation slides. For example, the Dance Business Management Manual is almost, I think it's over 500 pages. That's why it's a 28-hour course. And every instructor belt is at least 24 to 25 hours, okay? And all those materials are available online for you at any time. This is where you can also, you know, point students if they're having problems with timing, the history of dance. But primarily what I like to focus on is the personal and professional development that you'll be receiving while you're in black belt training. Every year we're going to be having continuing education conferences, because like your dance, salsa is always morphing, it's always changing, it's getting better, it's getting more intricate, it's getting more detailed and refined, and bachata too upcoming. And you know, ballroom, all the dances change over time, depend on who's the winner that year of the World Cup. But anyway, I love this menu the best because it really helps to focus on getting your mind ready before you undertake this. And anybody can have access to this as long as they have your website, okay? Your business, we have our team meetings, we provide you music, we discuss your schedule, you know, all of this. And I'm not going to go too much into this, but this is how we basically run the system in 4 ways. In an overview, which is called Captain Kirk, details of every single belt level, 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, is called Spock. McCoy are all the videos online, and Scotty is basically a summary page. And when you show people that summary page, instead of selling like a 2-hour private, they see how much is there, and you will sell 30-hour privates, that's for sure, and they'll come back wanting for more, because I don't think students understand how valuable this program until you actually show it to them on paper. And let me give you a taste of that, so you can actually see the course manual. You're going to go to salsafreak.com/courses, And this is pretty much how your website can look, how the whole thing works, etc. We're in 10 countries. But what I wanted to show you regarding that is the student orientation packet. And when you click on that link, it will show you, give you a good overview. It's about 70 some pages of what the black belt system is. And this is what basically what the students see, this packet right here. And they are going to see, wow, this is really a comprehensive system. This is well thought out. This is well planned. I'm part of something bigger than I am. I can go to any country in the world and plug myself right into the orange level, for example. It teaches them about the curriculum, you know, for the dances, and then about salsa. It shows them what to expect, etc. So this is their online manual, okay? The lower belts are earned in class. The upper belts are learned from brown, red, all the way through black, or we're learned at weekend workshops and dance teams. Basically, this is how the classes are run during the 90 minutes. We always advertise 90 minutes of classes and then dinner and then dancing. And I usually provide pizza and veggies. Once a month, we have a dress-up night where we serve wine and cheese and everybody gets really dressed up. It's our graduation night, per se. We always start on time. So when you go through this, you'll see, wow, you know, this is intense. We have barcode key tags for all of our students for rapid registration, because there can be a line when we have, you know, 50 to 70 students coming in. And we talk about testing to upper belts because you don't want to disappoint the people around you if you're not ready for that belt. These are right now our instructors that are apprentices, and they help with all of the circles every night. We teach many levels at the same time, so you do have to have quite a team. What's nice about the black belt program is that you, as the master sensei of your school, you don't have to feel so guilty about leaving for a couple weeks to go take a vacation or shutting down your school, God forbid, because you have people backing you. And we teach you how to get apprentices and how to train them. And as I said before, there's 4 ways of learning. The fun Scotty way, the serious Captain Kirk way, the emotional Dr. McCoy way, and the detailed Spock way. And Scotty, when I show people this page and I say, okay, this is what you're going to be learning, this is a 2-dimensional document of a 3-dimensional system, and everything you learn is based on families of moves. For example, in the upper left, in this, actually I don't have a pointer here, but you can see that everything is very well thought out. It's based on families. This box right here is the right and the left turns. The relatively orange boxes are the progressive lefts and progressive rights. The yellow boxes are the open breaks. This colorful box in the center are the dips, etc. Well, that's the first page. This is the second page, along with the spins and styling of that. And you'll learn all of that during your training. We also have a run out of song shirt. We call it Ross. And during the training, I'll demonstrate how to think in symbols rather than in patterns. We don't like to teach patterns per se, or combinations or amalgamations. We like to teach concepts. And because people think in pictures and in colors, and once you understand what you're supposed to do in a particular belt color, you can be thinking during the clubs, okay, I did all my orange moves, now I'm going to do my yellow moves, now I'm going to do my white moves, and you can start mixing them up based on where you're touching or on her body. So to make a very long story short, I want you to take a look at this document, because it's pretty much a summary overview of what black belt system is. This is our rubric testing process, what the lead has to know, what the follow has to know, what the partner work is, etc. These are the whiteboards that we have at every belt, and the different moves that are associated by week at every level. The styling that is associated, because the ladies tend to have a high attrition rate, so we want them to already start doing their styling at white belt, which is beginner. And then we go through the orange belt stuff and the different symbols for that. And then it goes all the way through, my gosh, to camo, to green, etc., etc., etc. So you can see how comprehensive this thing is. And this is just the student manual. When you get to actually the training manuals, let's say for the purple belt materials, when we click on purple belt, you are actually directed to a website where you can get the official purple training manual, And let me give you a little bit of an idea of what that looks like here. And I'll have to open it up really quick. So the purple belt, let's do it in a PDF so it's a little bit quicker. But the purple belt is something that you'll learn online, okay? And that is 24 hours of purple belt training. And this is an enormous document, but it's pretty much in PowerPoint slides, okay? And so as you go through and learn all the things there are about how to teach and managing your students and managing the program, this doesn't necessarily teach you how to run a school. It's 195 pages, that's it. But it does teach you everything that you need to know on running classes and how to advertise yourself and what to bring and the basic moves, back break, open break, stuff like that. I mean, we could go on, spot, turns, pivots. We go over crossbody leads. We go over women's footwork, how to place their feet, what the responsibilities are for the man and the woman, etc. So that's just your purple belt manual. And if you notice here, we have a blue belt manual, we have the apprentice belt manual, we have the red belt manual, the brown belt manual. There's well over 1,000 pages of manuals. And as you progress through the system, you will be learning step by step, instructor belt by instructor belt, and advancing your skills, not only from a teaching perspective, but also from running a business perspective as well. My recommendation is to take the Dance Business Management course first, if you can, because that's really going to get you an overview and give you the confidence to go out there and start this thing, because it can be very scary. You could lose a lot of money and waste a lot of time if you don't know what you're doing. And I've learned from people all over the world what not to do and what to do, and I tend to follow the successes, okay? So I summed it up with the Dance Business Management program. Here, we're looking for instructors to teach anything other than salsa, because we've got that covered. We're working on bachata right now, but we are looking for all these other dances to fill these slots. And yes, I do want to create a system to where anybody would be able to afford it. Usually if you belong to schools like Arthur Murray or Fred Astaire, it's thousands and thousands of dollars to learn. And it would be nice to be able to tap the masses rather than the elite few. So this is our goal, is to have this reachable to the normal people, you know, that don't have a lot of money. I mean, wouldn't it be cool to learn black belt waltz or black belt kizomba or black belt foxtrot or something like that, rather than just leaving it up to the rich elite? That's my goal, okay? To be able to provide dance and instruction to anybody. And eventually we'll have competitions at every level, competition at white, competition orange. We'll be able to have conferences and congresses that will enable you to test up into the different levels, etc. Right now it's just one-on-one training, but it's intense and it's nice. Let's see, if we go to the course summary right here, I want to show you that. There's two ways of earning with the BBS Enterprise, okay? The first one is the most solid. It's creating a solid school wherever you're at. And because we're a franchise, we won't allow anybody within a 10-mile radius from you to create a black belt school. And your franchise fees pay for that every year. You can also earn money in addition to training others. Like, let's say that, for example, you just want to teach private lessons based on the system. You want to be on the system as a certified instructor, but you don't want to start a school. Well, you can also, once you get your red belt level, you can start training people to become red belts, instructors from a lead and follow, okay? You can train students, but once you get your red belt, you'll be able to start training others. And your DBM, by the way, okay? So you will be advertised here, like here's trainers, East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, etc. And here are schools. So I will advertise you, like in Colorado, we have Alamosa, Brighton, Arvada, etc. And what is cool is that when you click on that, you get free advertising. Oops, Erin at black belt down. I have to change it to black belt salsa. Sorry, Erin. So what is awesome is that we right away advertise you we advertise your level. This is some people have gotten jobs from just this page showing that they're a red belt. And when you click on any belt, okay, anytime you see a belt on the system, like let's say for example you click on red belt, the details of what you had to go through are listed there, okay? And especially when it says have passed the minimum 98 hours of advanced instructor training. When people and studios see that you've invested that much time and effort, they're going to hire you, okay? The BBS basically, when I say, okay, what are the belts? When you click on home and you click on the belts here, each one of these are the instructor certification belts, and it shows you how much time it has taken to acquire each belt. And again, when you click on any belt, for example, this blue belt right there, it'll take you to the details of what that is. So by the time you get your blue belt, you will have acquired 50 hours of training. By the time you get your red belt, it's 130 hours of training, etc. And your value as an instructor will go up the more belts you have under your belt, so to speak. So you can actually validate your worth by charging more for private lessons. Well, hey, I'm a red belt in the system, or I'm a purple belt, or whatever, okay? So when you click on a belt, I'm going to click on purple, for example, it shows you the details of that belt. When you click on red, black, for example, it shows you the details of what that belt is. So, for example, your red, black, you have to have it, you must be DBM certified to have that. And what is awesome is that your students can go anywhere in the world and plug themselves right into a program, because when you click on Find a Graduate, Certified Graduates, and Student Graduates, here is a list of everybody who is currently in the program. And let's say that they decide they want to move to, we had a guy from Huntsville move to Colorado, and he was a certified orange belt. And when I saw that he was in the orange belt list here, he didn't have to test into our orange. He could right away be into orange belt. Whereas other schools, they teach different things, and you have to start over at the white belt level. And some schools in New York, even if you're advanced, they won't let you move into the advanced class because you have to know all the nomenclature and terminology, and in order to get into their advanced programs, you have to start over at start over as a beginner. And it can be a pain. So, when you are listed under the student graduate list here, people can see, wow, you've accomplished your camo belt. The same thing for instructor graduates. Like, for example, here are all of our instructors that have graduated from the program. And if there's a little DBM right next to their name, okay, it shows you that they've taken the dance business management class, and she has graduated as a purple belt, okay? So, by the way, our convention is going to be on the cruise this year. So, anyway, here's all the people that will support you if you have any questions. These are all the people that have graduated from the program. It's just a wonderful, wonderful system. You can also have access to any products that you wanted to get on the system. When you click on wholesale discounts, if you want to sell stuff at your school, what we do is we have a reseller contract, and you can sell any DVDs, any posture braces, ankle wallets, anything that I sell on my site, you get my cost at wholesale. So I usually buy 1,000 posture braces like once a year, and then you guys don't have to buy that quantity in order to get that discount, and I pass my discount on to you. I also videotape, actually I online stream a lot of my workshops. If you are interested in watching my weekend workshops, remember that was here when we click on the belts. When you want to watch my weekend workshops right here, down here, so you can understand how I teach spins, how I teach styling, how I teach musicality, how I teach lifts and tricks, dance team, choreography, stuff like that. That is free to all BBS members in good standing. So I always have my computer available so I can live stream, and people can also pay to watch that overseas as well. So it's really an awesome system. Now, when the students say, okay, I want to see what black belt salsa is, what is it? Okay, the BBS system creates amazing dancers. They're not interested in teaching, but they're interested in learning how to dance and having the possibility of going to another country and joining a black belt salsa school. And yes, this system of learning and progression and retention is unprecedented. It took me 20 years to map this thing out took me a year to test it, actually to create it, develop it, test it, and then another year to actually implement the thing, the concept as a school. And it's ready and it's prime, okay? We're always uploading videos. We're always categorizing. That should be completely done within the next week or so. And I cannot wait until it's completely done. But the videos are extraordinary. So if you wanted to click on what the process is for the student, I am a student. Here is step 1, step 2, step 3. You know, I'm not going to explain that to you. You pretty much read it. And here, I am an instructor. When you click on, I'm an instructor, I'm interested, is this you, okay? Trying to teach all your classes by yourself, coming home from Congress is even more confused, is frantically looking up cool moves to teach from YouTube, you know, for your students. And doing everything by yourself, I think, is the hardest part. And we teach you how to not do that, how not to kill yourself doing this business. It's awesome. And, you know, I keep reiterating over and over and over again that the Black Belt Sista teaches you the who, what, where, when, why, and how of this incredible business. And most of all, it teaches you how to be successful and how to grow your business, how to grow your classes, all that, okay? So I really want you to read through some of this. Now, as far as signing up, okay, there's 2 ways. You can go for the actual instructor training, or you could just have the student video access. Let's talk about the student video access first. What we've done is we've given students access to the videos online. If you just want this, that's fine, but you will not be a certified black belt professional and you won't be advertised as one. But usually we just give this videos access to the students. I recommend that you actually go for the training itself and that you actually put yourself on board as a certified black belt instructor, okay? And you'll need to take the salsa first so that you understand how the entire system operates. If you just have access to the videos, you won't actually get the entire program. But once you get access to the instructor training part, okay, which involves the videos, which involves the manuals, which involves the step-by-step program of every single day that you're going to teach, what is taught in white belt, orange belt, yellow belt, etc., that is invaluable, okay? It'll really strengthen your school. And as you know, there's more to life than just watching a video and trying to teach a class, okay? When you have the black belt name behind you, number one, just the name black belt denotes authority, okay? But when you have that black belt name behind you and you're able to, people can find where you teach, where you work, who you studied under, etc., and they can see your qualifications, it's just that much more valuable. So I highly recommend that you actually take the training. Your franchise fee is taken care of during your training, okay? As with me. Yeah, there is a fee every year that you will pay. There's an initial fee to get started. So no matter who you train with, there is that fee. However, when you're taking the training actually with me, the fee is already covered in your training. So with me, if you want me to instruct you, I do purple belt training, and here's the prices for that. Purple belt, blue belt, and the prices do go up every year, by the way, because of the amount of new information that is coming in. And so if you want to take both belts, you get more DVDs to study, okay? And then I have red and brown belt training this year, which is 25 hours each, brown and red belt. And those are there. And then I haven't decided when I'm going to be doing black red belt training again this year. But most important is that you take the DBM first. Okay, so this is an investment in an academy. It's 100% tax deductible. It's a business expense. Okay, and what you are going to learn from black belt is nothing short of world-class training. Okay, you're going to be learning from the best. You're going to be learning a system of progression that is going to be able to retain your students and keep them interested and keep them flowing. Sometimes we tend to teach things that are too difficult or too easy or too repetitive or that's unretainable or unleadable. I have a group of people I call the regents, and they are a group of people who have extensive experience teaching group classes and owning schools, etc. And they're located all over the country. And before I take a step forward with any new move or new change to the system or enhancement, I ask them first, and then they cross-check each other. Is this leadable? Can it be done? Is this good for the student? Is this good for the instructor? Is it too hard? Etc. And then once they are all in agreement, we move forward. And so it's not just me making decisions about the system. I also highly depend on my regents. And the regents of the system are the protectors of the system. They make sure that it is pristine, that is solid, that it can withstand the test of time. And I love my regents, and if it wasn't for them, I don't think this program would be possible. So they help me make this dream become a reality every single day. And sometimes they don't approve of things that I do. And we scratch it, or they say, Edie, you weren't taking your steps. You need to take your steps in this video. I thought, oh, shoot, right? So you can go ahead and read through the site, look at the testimonials, etc. And once you become black belt certified, you will have access to the entire curriculum on video in detail. Let me give you a little bit of the details of that so you can see what this is. Salsa, SPOC. Like, for example, white belt, first degree, your very first day of class, what are you supposed to do? And what we've done is we've created a document here for week 1, week 2, week 3. I'm pressing the buttons at the bottom, week 4, etc. And what is cool about this is that it shows you and your apprentices everything that they will teach, white 1, week 4. So that's the first degree of white, which is the fourth week, week 4 of white first degree. And every degree is a month. So it shows you the follower styling, the instructor notes, the student expectations, the magic 90, what you're supposed to teach in the beginning of the class, then the last 10 minutes, and whatever, the music. And then let me show you what, for example, yellow belt would be, Enterprise, Salsa, SPOC. This is incredible because let's say that you have to leave town, or you want one of your apprentices to teach third degree yellow. All you do is you just tell them in Facebook message or whatever, hey, you're teaching third degree yellow tonight. And what is the week? Well, it's the second week. So you go to third degree yellow, and you go to the second week, number 2, and it shows them everything that they're supposed to teach that day, okay? And here is the styling that's going to be broken down. And here's the notes, the instructor notes for that particular day. And this is the student expectations of what they're supposed to have down for yellow belt for week 2. And here's week 1, week 3, week 4. So you can see that the system is very, very detailed in what you're supposed to teach because it's done in a progression. They go through white belt first, then they go through orange, then yellow, then camo, then green. Then purple, then blue. And so it can be a 24 to 36 month curriculum depending on how often per week that you actually teach, okay? So, looks like I have to get going. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you do join us. And remember, when you go to sign me up, you click for instructor training right there. In person, if you want to pre-qualify and you live overseas, you don't have enough money to come out to Colorado, I do recommend it, but you'll need to send me some videos of you teaching, some videos of you dancing in order to pre-qualify to take the course online, okay? I highly recommend you do come to Colorado, though. It's a great place for the training. But if you do not have that type of experience and you can't show me yourself teaching or training or dancing, you will need to come to Colorado for the training, okay? There are other red belt professionals that can train you as well, and they each have their own fees, okay? But this is the place right here to sign up if you want to become black belt certified. Okay? All right, I hope that was a great summary in a few short keystrokes. And if you have any questions, I can be contacted at edie@blackbeltsalsa.com. I'm also on Facebook, and my phone number is area code 303-888-5355. All the information, my contact information, is also on the website as well, and you can contact me directly. And when you click the contact direct, it goes straight to where we're currently looking for experienced instructors to help us create these curriculums. And when you click on that link, these are the curriculums that we're currently working on getting. All right? So anyway, I hope you have a great day, and please let me know if you have any questions. Keep dancing.